Hey guys, what is up? Today we review the icon, the English icon, Gary Lineker. And of course this guy is a presenter at Match of the Day and he represents or advertises Walkers. And that's how I knew him. I didn't grow up to see this guy play, but I knew of him. Gary Lineker is who we look at today. 4-star weak foot, 3-star skills, which is fine. Great attack positioning, high-low, that is fantastic. That's what I want to see. Great pace, great shooting, decent dribbling, decent physicals, not the best passing, but I've increased all that sort of stuff where he lacks with an engine chemistry style. I don't always think a striker needs a hunter or hawk or stuff. Let me tell you something, Gary Lineker, what a special striker he was. I loved him. Let me tell you why. He was so clinical. He was really clinical. Honestly, whatever chances I gave him, Gary Lineker was finishing him off. And I tell you something, one thing I love about him all the time, whenever I purchase this card, whether it be FIFA 19 or 20, his attack positioning is among one of the very best. And also having that 4-star weak foot, it is so crucial. It is so crucial. And let me tell you something, and I'll tell you guys right now, Gary Lineker has a magisterial finesse shot. Let me tell you something. Unbelievable finesse shot. So whenever you get the chance, I want you to utilize that finesse shot because it's like nothing you've ever seen before. Especially when you look at an icon who's under 600k at the moment. You're getting a very clinical striker for that kind of money. And arguably, the best cheap icon striker in my opinion is Gary Lineker because he does everything. He's got very good pace, he's got very good shooting, very good pace, like I was saying before. Okay, his dribbling isn't the best and his physicals are not the best, but I tell you something, it is so important to have fantastic pace and shooting in this game. And again, that magisterial finesse shot, whenever you get the chance to do stuff like this, just puts Gary Lineker into an elite category because of his attack positioning being sensational, because of his finishing being so clinical. It puts him in an elite category for being under 600k at the moment. I genuinely believe he is fabulous. He really is. Now, I've used him before, but then before I used his prime moments, and of course that was amazing. Now, some of the weaknesses he does have is, even though his short pass is decent, his long pass is terrible. So you might need to think about putting a passing chemistry style on just to improve that. His dribbling isn't the best, so you might want to increase that. His pace is very good, so maybe you give that a skip, and his shooting is absolutely fantastic. But there are some weaknesses about Gary Lineker that I do want to address. I felt like his strength was decent, but it could be better. I definitely wish he was 4-star skills. But I just think that in FIFA 20, you don't really need 4-star skills as long as your agility is pretty decent. And like I said, he was fantastic in finishing. As a striker, I really rate him highly because he did great as a striker. Like, great dribbling, great agility. He's more of a cam. I would send my cam to do stuff like that and give him a ball. I just think as a target man, he's fantastic, honestly. And his passing, you know what? It was pretty decent. As you can see, it was pretty decent passing. So it wasn't like, oh no, I can't do with his passing. Nah, man, he did decent. It was decent passing. It's not magisterial. It's not Messi-like. It's not Garincha-like, of course. But again, it gets you through the match. But I tell you one thing you guys are going to love about the Walkers, man. This guy knows how to put that ball at the back of the net. And for that, and for his price, and for his attack positioning, and for his finishing, I'm going to give him a 9.2 out of 10 because I really enjoyed this card. I genuinely think for this kind of money, it doesn't really come much better than the great icon. That is, of course, Gary Lineker. And of course, he's from England. I've got a soft spot for anyone from England, you know. So I'm from England myself, from the UK. So it's lovely to see a legend from here who did so well in football. And like I said, he was fantastic. He was really good at counters as well. And the reason why is because he naturally, as a striker, stays up with high-low work rates, which means he hardly ever comes in defense. He's like, no, I'm not coming back. And because of that, he conserves his stamina. So even on face stat, his stamina doesn't look the best. In game, he's perfectly fine. Like, this is the 77th minute and his stamina is perfectly fine. And it's about intelligence. You know, it's about intelligence. It's about saying, right, If I just stay up here and never go back, that means I can conserve my energy. And I think that's what Gary Lineker did really well. Honestly, he did it really well. Fantastic, fantastic icon. 9.2 is justified. It's warranted because you're a special, special man. Now, bring the Walker's crisp. I think I need to eat some. Thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe on 89 Lineker. You're a special guy, you are.